All right, what is good, boys? Today I'm going to be going over how I made $10,000 live trading ES this morning. We also had a potential trade set up on NASDAQ that I didn't end up taking, but let's just jump right into this. This is today's price action. So, bro, like these past couple days, as you guys saw, 2 weeks ago I had an undefeated week, and then this past week I only had one losing day, and all the other days after that I fucking crushed it. Today I fucking crushed it. I have been on a absolute tear, and if you guys haven't been watching the live kick streams, you guys should. There's going to be a link in the description where I literally go live every single morning showing you guys this exact shit for fucking free. Nobody else streams their shit. Everybody's asking for $120 a month. I'm not going to do that to you guys because this shit is fucking free information and you guys should be able to learn from it. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get into how I even found my daily buys to take this trade today, how we could have potentially taken this crazy ass trade on NASDAQ that unfortunately I didn't end up taking. But again, I'll upload the full kick fucking video onto my alt TJR YouTube account where I kind of just post like a bunch of trading content. So go watch that if you guys want to see the full kick video, or at least watch like the first little bit where I talk about my bias, because you guys can see that I'm going to be explaining the same thing here. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So coming into market open, and man, I should have left some runners, man. But anyways, coming into market open, what are we always going to be looking for? We're either looking for high time frame draws on liquidity, okay, or high time frame imbalances. Because what is price always going to do? It's going to seek out draws on liquidity, or it's going to seek out imbalances. So today we had two high time frame draws on liquidity that I thought were pretty attainable, which were, damn, look at price, bro, which are these hourly highs right here and these 4-hour highs right here. So boom, price has these 4-hour highs, these 4-hour highs and these hourly highs. Okay, and then moving on from that, we have our hourly highs. Now let's try and find, again, our low resistance draws on liquidity and imbalances. So what is that going to be for us? We have these 15-minute lows, we have these 15-minute lows, we have these 15-minute lows, these 15-minute lows, and then these high time frame 4-hour and hourly lows. Okay, so with that being said, again, what do we do when we wait for market open? I say market open, okay, price is either going to do one of two things. If price immediately moves down and takes out these 15-minute lows without taking out these high time frame highs, what am I going to be looking for? I'm obviously going to be looking for longs up until these high time frame highs. I also said, hey, if market opens and we come up and we take out these high time frame highs, what am I going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for shorts down into these low resistance draws of liquidity. But I also am going to be waiting for a 5-minute retrace, because again, when we take out high time frame highs, we're typically going to see, we're not just going to be able to get down and dirty on the 1 minute. Like, yes, this hypothetically would have been a better actual trade than the one that I was looking for, or than the one that I took. However, this 5-minute retrace is almost necessary every single time that I'm going to be looking for a trade. Okay, so off of a high time frame liquidity sweep and a high time frame imbalance getting filled. However, if we're coming down and we're taking out 15-minute draws on liquidity to try and take it up to a high time frame draw on liquidity and imbalance, then cool, I can execute on the 1 minute, and we'll talk about how we could have done exactly that on NASDAQ. But in ES's case, the trade that I took, we took out those high time frame highs. We get a break of structure on the 5-minute, okay? And I actually entered slightly prematurely, okay, because in my eyes, we came down, we broke structure here, we made this move up, we made equal lows right here, okay, and then when we broke underneath those equal lows, that's when I entered. Luckily, I got a good entry, because right when this candle closed, this candle moved straight up, so I kind of caught it as this candle was moving up. In reality, I probably should have waited for this 5-minute up candle to form, but still, if we just look, so boom, when was this at 9:55? So we can see that, boom, this was the up candle. So again, like I entered right after that, like literally 1 minute before that candle ended up closing. So relatively same entry, But an even better entry, low-key, would have been the sweep of these 1 minute highs and then boom, this. So maybe if I waited, I would have gotten a better entry than the one that I got, but it's okay. Anyways, price consolidates a little bit and then boom, floods all the way down to take out these 15-minute lows and these 15-minute lows in literally one candlestick. So this happened, if you guys were watching the market today, this happened so fast where we hit these 15-minute lows and these 15-minute lows within like seconds. So luckily for me, I took partial profits when we hit these lows, not these lows, even though I wanted to take partial profits off these lows. Price did me a favor and went all the way down and took out these lows at the same time. So boom, closed partial profits right here. I closed another set of partial profits at these 15-minute lows, and then I closed complete profit, boom, off these lows right here. I'm not going to bullshit you guys and say that I held all the way down to the high time frame lows, although we very well could have, because as you can see, price is dumping right now. So boom, that covers the trade that I took today. We can also, first I'll show you guys that I actually took the shit. So boom, pull this up. You guys can see the red arrow is where I entered, and then you can see, boom, we have the blue arrows on every single take profit area that I mentioned. Top tick and bottom tick. Nowadays, that's seeming like it's a pretty normal thing for a guy like me, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Obviously, there are going to be losing days that come through. But anyways, that was the first and only trade that I took today. Now let's talk about NASDAQ and how we could have taken this crazy of a trade, and unfortunately, I didn't take it. But again, similar situation here. Let's take off all these drawings really quick. Upon market open, okay, what draws on liquidity do we have? We have these, our high time frame draws on liquidity do we have? We have these hourly highs right here. We have these 4-hour highs up here. We also have these hourly lows right here. Okay, now that we understand we have our high time frame draws on liquidity marked out, let's go into our low time frame. Okay, low time frame, we have these 15-minute highs, we have these 15-minute highs, and those are really our main draws on liquidity on the low time frame. Boom. Okay, pause. I said, hey, if market opens and we get legs all the way up until our high time frame highs or until our high time frame lows, what am I going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for 5-minute, okay, confirmation. So yes, we want to see it get swept, but I'm not going to be jumping down straight into the 1 minute and looking to execute on there. I'm going to be looking for the 5-minute to sweep and then a 5-minute retrace. Then I can scale down into the 1 minute and look for action to take from there. I also said if market opens and we take out any of these 15-minute highs, then we can look for 1 minute confirmation. Again, because we're taking out low resistance draws on liquidity, that's when we're able to look for one minute confirmation. So again, market open, what did we do? We took out these 15-minute highs. And you're probably, this is a question that a lot of people are going to say. They're going to say, well, TJR, how do we know that these 15-minute highs are going to get swept and price isn't just going to come down and then boom, come up and take out these high time frame highs? How do you know? Well, you wait for confirmation. Because if we take out these 15-minute highs and then we get 1 minute break of structure and then our third confluence confirmation, then boom, that's pretty much telling us that this is a valid draw on liquidity and we're able to enter, right? So either price is going to boom, just like move completely past these highs and come up to here and then give us that action, or price is going to move all the way past these highs, take out this, and then we're going to see that 5-minute retrace, and then we can go ahead and target these 15-minute lows. But in today's case, we took out those first 15-minute highs right here. We see a break of structure on the 1 minute right here. I wouldn't say that this is enough of a confluence for me to want to get in. We didn't even hit this order block. We didn't even hit the breaker block. So what I said, again, this is all hypothetical because I didn't actually take this trade. But I did call this out in the kick chat, okay? So we see price come down, and again, similar situation. You guys know I love talking about equal lows and equal highs. What does price do? We make on this 1 minute candlestick equal lows with our draw of low resistance liquidity. Oh my days. I literally told everybody on the kick chat, you are on the fucking spectrum if you don't think that we're going to come down and take out these lows, especially after making these legs up. What do? We make legs up, we sweep out 1 minute liquidity, and then boom. That's enough for me. We sweep out 1 minute liquidity, okay? We come into this 5 minute order block right here. Boom. Game time. We get a rejection candle. I'm entering off that, stops above these highs. Gorgeous. From there, what does price do? The very next candle seeks out and takes out these equal lows. Boom. Would that even be a 1-to-1 risk reward? It is. Second take profit. Boom. These low resistance 15-minute draws on liquidity. And if you are a real big nut drag swag type of guy, you could have held all the way down to these, boom, hourly lows, because that was the next draw on liquidity. Is there any imbalances after this? Nope. It's just a draw on liquidity all the way down here. If you were even a bigger nut drag swagger, you could have held all the way down here. But I'm not that much of a nut drag swagger. I didn't even take that trade. I wasn't even that big of a nut drag swagger to the point where I couldn't even hold it down to here. But I really should have. I got to keep letting my runners run, especially nowadays, because we have been having some fucking awesome price action these past couple weeks, and I've been hitting. So yeah, that pretty much covers the majority of today's price action. Really, like, boom. Again, if I can break this down for you guys in the simplest way possible, step one, what are we looking for? High time frame draws and liquidity and high time frame imbalances. Step two, we are going to be looking for low resistance draws and liquidity and low resistance imbalances. That typically means 15 minutes. Okay, I'm going to be looking for 15-minute draws on liquidity and 15-minute imbalances, 4-hour and 1-hour liquidity, and 4-hour and 1-hour imbalances. Okay, if we sweep out high time frame liquidity or fill in a high time frame imbalance, what are we going to be looking for? We're going to be looking for it to get swept or that imbalance to get filled, and then from there, we're going to need at least a 5-minute retrace to give us an entry off of the high time frame. If we take out 15-minute draws on liquidity, okay, also preface, if we take out the 4-hour, 1-hour highs or imbalances, I'm going to be looking for a 5-minute retrace. But after we see that first 5-minute candle up, or like if we're looking for shorts, and then if we're looking for longs, if we see that first 5-minute candle down, that's when I can scale down into the 1 minute and start looking for executions. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm not looking for 5-minute executions, but more often than not, I'm going to need a 5-minute retrace like this. Okay, so boom, I see this 5-minute candle up. Awesome. Now I can start looking for shorts because we swept out high time frame highs. More often than not, we're going to need some sort of low time frame retracement. Okay, moving forward from that, if we take out 15-minute draws on liquidity and fill 15-minute imbalances, what am I going to be looking for? I can scale immediately down into the 1-minute time frame. I can immediately start looking for break of structure, fair value gap, order block, breaker block, getting filled, and execute off of that. And then you just target the other, like, it's so obvious. Like today, okay, right? We have our high time frame to the upside, and then we have our low resistance to the downside. We took out the high time frame. We wait for the 5-minute retrace. What are we targeting? The low resistance. On NASDAQ. Okay, we have low resistance to the upside. We have high time frame to the downside. We take out the low resistance. We execute on the 1 minute. What are we targeting? High time frame. And go back and watch all the previous trade recaps, because from the past 2 weeks, rewatch every single trade recap from 2 weeks ago up until now. It's the same exact thing. And I've explained this on the past, like, it feels like 10 videos. And I explain this every single morning on Kick live, where I literally sit down and I say, look, these are our high time frame draws. This is why being in the kick chat is going to be like really fucking useful for you guys, so you guys can get used to identifying, hey, boom, these are the high time frame draws on liquidity, these are the low resistance draws on liquidity. I literally put it on there for you. You guys just have to execute. So again, this is once again me fucking destroying the market. I don't know what else you guys need to see. Mastermind 4.0 starts today. If you guys want like a last second chance, we're gonna keep the doors open until the class starts today. Okay, so I'll leave a little link in the description. It'll say mentorship. Click on that if you guys want to try and get into Mastermind 4.0 the day before it starts, and then boom, we're locking the fucking gates, and nobody's gonna be allowed in. All right, but that's a wrap, man. We've been fucking crushing it these past 3 weeks now. So I appreciate you boys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.